Hey guys, it's Cassie from And Other Lovelies, and I am back after a long hiatus working in a traveler's notebook spread in a Life Crafted album for 2022. I've decided to kind of have this be a memory album. The title page, you'll see it at the very end, but the title of this album is just Stories I Want to Tell. And my goal is to go back through some of the highlights for the last few years where I haven't been scrapbooking regularly and get some of these stories told. And so today's layout is using a photo from February 2020, ages ago, it feels like, a lifetime ago in some ways. And I thought it might be fun to pull out some old Ali Edwards kits and just get to playing with my product, building out this spread here. So the inspiration for this page came from a few items from the Ali Edwards story kit with the theme of Up. There were a few small circle pieces that had some Dave Matthews Band lyrics, Up, Up and Away and Lift Me Up, Love. And the photo here is actually from a Dave Matthews Band concert that my now husband and I went to back in February that year. It was my first concert, and it was just an incredible experience. And so when I noticed those lyrics, I thought these are going to be the perfect embellishment for this page. Although at first glance you might not recognize that, but I alluded to it in the journaling, and whenever I see it, it just kind of makes me smile, the fact that those are some lyrics there. So I pulled a couple papers from a 6x8 Heidi Swap paper pack. This one had a few different eclectic elements. The one that stood out to me the most was this backdrop here that has the ocean waves, and we were on the beach for this photo, and so that worked out perfectly. I cut that down to I cut down the 6x8 to about 4.5 by 8 to be able to fit into the Life Crafted paper page protector. And then from there, I looked to see if there was another piece of it, and unfortunately the paper pad only had one of it. So I paired with it a page that is a really muted tan color that has some leaf tropical frond plants scattered about it. And so the two pieces side by side look really nice together here. It's just a simple backdrop allowing my photo and then those embellishments to pop on the page. Next up, I am adding a few different layering elements. There was a couple different patterns in the pack that worked well, and then I ended up creating just a small tab at the top. You're going to see me here choose a stamp set to put at the top that just says Love This Place, and I tried out a few different ones here, but the Love This Place won out. As you can see, the stamp has a outline around it, and once I got it stamped down, I did notice that the outline didn't work as well, I guess, on a tab, so I decided to cut off the black outline there, and I really like how it turned out. So how are you guys doing? Have you been scrapbooking? Have you been on a hiatus like me? I would love to hear in the comments below. This page here is just a really simple example of what you can put together in a relatively short amount of time if you just dig in. You'll see there's a few times in this layout where I kind of let go of perfection, one of which is later on you'll see I hand wrote all of my journaling, and I am not a big fan of my handwriting, but I thought it would be better just to power through instead of saving this page for one that I would type later. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got here. A couple highlights from the journaling itself. I talked about what it felt like to be at this concert and have this experience. I talked about the fact that this was February 2020, so it was before the world shifted, and how my perspective at this point in time was so different than how it is today. So I really just kind of free flowed my journaling, didn't plan it quite at all, and just got my thoughts down on paper. One other thing that you'll notice me do here in just a few moments is I grabbed my date stamp out and I did something a little bit different here that I haven't done on a layout before. I stamped the date the photo was taken, so February 15th, 2020, and then on the today's date, or the date that I recorded this, and that's January 21st, 2022. And so I really love the fact that I'm listing out when the photo was taken, but then I'm also providing that perspective to the reader of when did I write this. So I think I'm going to take that approach in this album as I use older photos paired with new journaling. And I think that will be a really nice way to tie in some of these memories into one spread. I did adhere down those embellishments with a few staples. I really loved how that matched with the silver. And then I journaled around one of the embellishments just to emphasize the fact that Lift Me Up Love is a Dave Matthews Band lyric. I wanted just to draw attention to that in case someone looking at the page didn't know that. With these Life Crafted pages, I have a tendency of always cutting them a little bit too large, so I trimmed off the last bit here and then slipped it into the page protector. I'll show you a quick glimpse at the other pages that I've done so far, but I'm really excited to be able to add to this Life Crafted album here this year. I would love to see and hear what your plans are for 2022 documenting. If you want to drop a comment below and let me know, I would absolutely love to hear what you are up to, what you've been up to, and what you're looking forward to most about 2022. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to be back soon.